to 1987 with Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night II. I hate this title.
Really?
Yeah, because it's backwards. It should be Prom Night 2, Hello, Mary Lou.
No, but it just rolls off. Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2.
No, it's stupid. Prom Night 2, Hello, Mary Lou. See, the way I said it sounds creepier. But if you go, Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, it seems like a goofball. They fucked it up, Mark.
Yeah?
They fucked it up. It's not right. Well, send out in the comments, honestly, because I've heard people say they love the way it's written.
Yeah,
I'm
on that side.
I don't like it. I think it flows better the other way.
Yeah.
I think it should be Prom Night 2, Hello, Mary Lou. Yeah, or something like. I just don't like.
I'm in the Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2 camp.
Hello, Mary Lou.
Yeah, but you're saying it like an idiot.
Okay, well, yeah, but you can't say it normal. Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. See? Can't be said normal. I just said it like you would say it.
That's I've never seen an impression of me that's better than that.
That was probably the most dead on. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Slash Cinema.
That's it. I mean, who's wearing the suit here? Yep.
Mark, this is your number one.
It definitely is. Yeah.
This is my number 2.
Really? Holy shit! So okay.
Yeah. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. I'll explain myself.
Okay. Ah, man, I thought we were going to be...
I am not taking... I thought this was going to be my number 1. Because, spoiler, I never seen it. The plot of this had already been spoiled to me.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in 2 seconds.
I actually knew more about this one, I think, than I knew about...
The second one kind of has a little bit more notoriety because of things in it.
Yep.
It wasn't the movie that I wanted it to be. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's so much more fun than the first one, in my opinion. But what I thought it would be, it wasn't. And I had more fun with another entry.
Okay.
So, and I will explain myself.
Yeah.
And I won't win you over, but you might see some of my points because I think this movie does a lot right. But this movie's missing some things that were a problem for me.
Okay.
So let's get into the plot here. It opens with credits over top shots of a high school. We then cut to the prop room, which I guess is in the drama department. Yeah. I mean, I guess there was a room. My drama department was not big enough to have like a whole prop room.
And I think it's in the basement as well. So is it downstairs?
It's not. I don't think it's anywhere near the stage, and it's like huge. Yeah. It's like this labyrinth of like props from years, gone by. But inside is a case that magically opens, and we get our title card. Cut to a young woman stepping into a church to give a confession to a priest. She confesses to things like having sexual thoughts about boys at her school before writing her name and phone number in lipstick on the inside of the booth, winking at the priest before we cut to Prom Night 1957. Ooh, what is going on here? The same woman, Mary Lou, is dressed up and having a swell time with her date, Billy. Mary Lou then ditches her date to drink and fool around with bad boy Buddy Cooper. Billy catches the two and confronts them. Mary Lou then publicly insults Billy, even tossing punch on him. Meanwhile, a couple of pranksters are planning to use a stink bomb. When a teacher approaches, they toss it in the garbage in the bathroom. Mary Lou is then crowned prom queen as Billy watches from the stage catwalk. Determined to get even with her, he lights and tosses the stink bomb from the pranksters. The flame from the fuse instantly ignites Mary Lou's dress as she horrifically burns to death before everyone's eyes. Billy calls out for someone to help, but everyone freezes as she's slowly dying. Mary Lou catches eyes with Billy on the catwalk. Ooh. It is kind of funny the way this plays out because, like, she just gets engulfed in flames. Right. No one does anything. Yep. They're all just like, oh my God. It's like, you're telling me in the 50s they didn't have fire extinguishers?
Right.
Like, no one No one thought to like smother her to put the flyer. Like, okay, sure, whatever. They're just dumb kids. But it's like there was teachers there.
Right.
None of them knew what to do either. Maybe they just wanted to watch a woman burn. Maybe they were all guilty.
Not a whole lot of entertainment in the 50s.
Yeah, that's
take
up for
what you
debate.
can get,
Yeah.
right?
We then jump ahead 30 years later and are introduced to our new protagonist, Vicky. We also meet her boyfriend, Craig. The two grab coffee where they discuss the upcoming prom, and Craig gifts Vicky a gold crucifix necklace. Later that day, in Vicky's class, we meet a boy named Josh, played by...
Is this
This is the recurring guy.
Louis? Oh no, sorry. I've got his name somewhere. I don't have it here.
Brock Simpson.
That's right.
Brock
Yeah.
Simpson. He's one of the only recurring actors. He's the only actor that's in. I think he's the only actor that's in multiple.
He's in all of them.
Yeah. Well, not all.
Except
he's not
for-
He's not in the remake.
Yeah.
He's in the original series. So he's in the first 4.
Yep.
As completely different characters. Who is he in the first one? He's one of the kids.
He's one of the
right?
kids.
I think he's Nick. I think he's a young Nick.
Yeah. He's one of the small.
He's
kids,
either a
yeah.
young Nick or a young Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Brock Simpson. We're going to be talking about Brock a couple times here.
Our boy Brock. Yeah.
But in this movie, he is Josh. He's fellow nerdy classmate Josh.
Yep.
We also meet Vicky's friend Monica. Billy, the young man from the fateful prom night, is now the principal of the school, played by 2-time Slash Cinema alumni Michael Ironside. Mark, do you remember the other franchise that he was in?
I was actually, when you were saying that, I was surprised that he's only a 2-time. That actually kind of surprises
He's only a
me.
2-time for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of entries, there's a lot of franchises we have yet to talk about. But do you remember what the one he was in that we talked about?
I mean, surely he was in Freddy's Nightmares, right?
No. It was Children of the Corn.
Yeah.
He's in Children of the Corn, I believe, Revelations. It's the apartment one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like that weird priest guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the priest
right,
guy. Yeah, he's the priest guy in that.
Who like spends most of the movie
He's in it for
revealing
like 2
why he's
seconds.
there.
Yeah, no, it's not a great role for Michael Ironside, for sure. Yeah, it's not Total Recall.
He's not Richter in this one
No,
or that one.
Well, yeah. Bill is also revealed to be Craig's father. Craig is Vicky's boyfriend. The two have an awkward discussion about Craig's future. Vicky goes into the prop room to look for a potential dress she could wear to prom, since her cheap-ass mother won't pony up any cash for one. There, Vicky discovers the prom queen cape and crown Mary Lou was going to wear inside an old trunk. The old trunk we saw at the intro of the movie. Bill, a.k.a. Principal Nordham, suddenly gets a bad feeling about what happened to Mary Lou that fateful prom night and goes to see the local priest, Father Cooper, a.k.a. an older bad boy, Buddy Cooper.
Yep.
I thought that was a really interesting dynamic switch there, that the bad boy became like the religious priest guy, and he kind of felt bad about like what happened to Bill that night. That was interesting. That was a smart choice. But Bill chickens out and speeds off before the two get a chance to speak. That night, Mary Lou's spirit comes to life, hanging a young girl with the vintage prom cape after she attempts to remove the jewels from the crown. But that's not enough. Mary Lou's spirit then just like tosses the girl's body out a window.
Yeah.
Why? They literally, it could have just ended with her just getting strung up like a noose, and then they could have just found the body hanging. Instead, just like, nah, fuck that. Just like chucks her body out the window. It doesn't really serve any purpose. I also think, and I'm not saying Mary Lou's spirit was trying to cover up, like make this look like a suicide, because they do end up ruling it a suicide, right? The girl. But if you were going to try to do that, wouldn't you just leave her hung? Like, people don't usually accidentally fall through a solid plane of glass window, right? Like, that's not really a thing. People fall out windows that are open, but typically the average person doesn't have the willpower to full sprint through to end their mortal existence through a solid glass window.
That's a tall ask.
Yeah, exactly. The next day, the girl's death is ruled a suicide and a funeral is held. At the funeral, Vicky is somehow compelled to Mary Lou's grave. Mary Lou's full name, by the way, Mary Lou Maloney.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it matters, but I just pointing it out.
Yep.
Later, we get more screen time with the resident queen bitch Kelly, who's vying to be this year's prom queen. Here's a weird trivia for you. Kelly is played by Terri Hawks, who was one of the main English voice actors for Sailor Moon.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I recognized her voice. I was like, I know your voice from something.
Yeah.
That was so like, I'm a 90s kid. Sailor Moon, I didn't watch a lot of it, but I watched some of it, and her voice is very much like you can hear the Sailor Moon, right? You can definitely hear it.
Oh, that's fine, guys. Just fine.
Looks pretty well hung to me.
Don't touch the queen.
He'd be the first who didn't.
The competition seems to be dwindling. You two should take the hint from Jess.
It's one of those things. Once you realize, then you
it's
can't
just kind of neat.
unhear,
Yeah, it's just kind of a neat little piece of trivia. Vicky then has a waking nightmare at school where she's transported to a warped version of the school. Principal Nordham finds the empty truck in the prop room and freaks out. So I said empty truck, empty trunk. Why even keep the fucking thing if you know it's going to be cursed? Like you know what I mean? Like he goes down
there's a lot
there.
of questions.
Well, I know, but he goes down there and he's like, oh, this cursed trunk is open. It's like, why'd you keep it, dude? Why is it there? Why not burn it? Like, and it's not like it's even locked up or anything. It's just sitting there.
Yep.
So at any point, any girl
in
or anyone,
30 years, no one has opened this.
like you didn't even try to hide it.
Yep.
Why leave it in the prop room?
Yeah.
Why not put it anywhere else? Why not put it in the boiler room?
Dumpster.
Right, or just get rid of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Vicky continues to be plagued by nightmares from Mary Lou's spirit. That night, she visits Mary Lou's gravesite once more, where she runs into Father Cooper. Vicky confides in him that she believes Mary Lou's spirit is haunting her and the school. So Father Cooper believes her and attempts an exorcism, which goes horribly wrong and accomplishes nothing. The next day, he visits Principal Nordham and warns Bill that Mary Lou has come back and the two of them are in danger. But Principal Nordham won't listen and sends him away. Vicky gets sucked into some kind of dream realm where Mary Lou's spirit takes over her body in order to kill Father Cooper. And what follows is Mary Lou's spirit fully taking control of Vicky's body while also retaining her spirit powers. She then violently kills her friend Monica not long after and reveals her true self to Principal Nordham and Craig. That night, Vicky, aka Mary Lou, is crowned prom queen. Will Principal Nordham and Craig be able to put this evil to rest? Or will this be one prom night these kids will remember forever? That is the plot of Prom Night II. Hello, Mary Pooh. Sorry, I said it wrong. Whatever.
Yeah.
Say it right, Mark.
Hello, Mary Lou. Prom Night 2.
No.
It is that cool.
No. This movie's awesome.
This movie carries on the tradition
Of the second entry.
The second entry.
Just doing its own
Just
thing.
goes wild and
It's awesome.
And killing it.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just get right into it. We go into a whole different direction.
Yeah.
Because one thing I knew, so I did know ahead of time that the series goes supernatural.
Yep.
Did you know that?
I did, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
because like you see the cover, I don't think I have it really represented here.
It's kind of there,
Kind
but it
of there,
doesn't
but there's
really-
another more
yeah.
iconic. I'll put the poster up. That one doesn't have it either.
have it,
There's
no.
an iconic poster of like the dead Mary Lou in like a locker.
Yeah.
And like you can clearly tell it's like, oh, we're going full on supernatural
Yeah.
in this one. So the big thing is we introduced a new lore altogether. How do you make a sequel to Prom Night? Because the killer Alex, okay, you could have it that he didn't die.
Yeah.
But then who is he getting revenge on after this? Does he then just start going after prom nights in general? He doesn't seem like he was crazy.
Yep.
It seemed like he was more burdened and he wanted to, get rid of that. So maybe you leave it ambiguous. It's like, oh, he didn't actually die. He survived. And then the only way I could see you going like a sequel is either he just starts going after prom nights or he keeps going after his sister.
Right.
Like a Michael Myers. But then that's so much like
very
Michael
much like-
Myers.
Or you do like an anthology type thing where every entry is just its own snapshot of a different
And
prom.
that's kind of where the
little
series
bit.
goes a
Yeah.
little bit. These movies don't really connect much, actually.
Well,
Prom
do
Night
you-
2 doesn't
yeah.
connect to Prom Night 1.
So do you know the
at
history
all.
there?
Of-
So there's a
of
reason why that is like that.
It's because they watched the first one and were like, well, this is boring. Let's make this good.
No, so actually Prom Night 2 and 3 were filmed as completely separate movies. They were not prom night movies. Number 2 was actually originally The Haunting at Hamilton High. And then they realized, hey, why don't we just slap the
Why just call
prom
it
night,
Prom Night?
and then see if we can.
Genius.
So unlike something like the Hellraiser movies where
Yeah.
they took an idea and they're like, hey, can you slap some Hellraiser Cenobites in there?
Sure.
And they sort of caught it and included it in the movie. This movie was done. It was not
that's
a
interesting.
prom night movie.
But it is such a prom night movie. That's what's so
Right?
wild.
And so that's why I was asking you at the beginning. Remember, the original one is Alexander Hamilton High School.
Right.
This just happened to coincidentally be called Hamilton High.
yeah,
and
but
they're
I
like,
think it
"That's
was
enough."
also filmed at Hamilton, like the same high school. I think it was filmed at the same high
Those
school.
are
that
very
the
different high schools than the first one. That is an old.
I don't know that is true or not.
we
true.
should fact check
All
that.
high schools are the
They're
exact
they're
same.
all the same.
So
Yeah.
we are in Canada, and our American viewers don't know this. Every high school in Canada is the exact same. It's all they use the same template. Like
Yep.
if you went to one high school and then somebody else went to, like if you went to the east, they went to the west. It's the same virtual thing. There's no difference. It's like there might be slight tweaks, but it is the same basic layout. And they also have a mandate. You have to have the exact same amount of kids every school year. And on top of that, they will even make sure that you have the right ratio of nerds to hot, hot girls to jock guys. Sorry, Mark, do you have a point? You wanna-
I was going to say they do this for filmmaking purposes, so that if they're making
so
a movie,
so that Degrassi can shoot anywhere.
Our
You can-
entire
yeah.
education system is really just to feed
For Hollywood.
the movie
For
making machine. So obviously none of this is true.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
No, I didn't know
yeah.
that. Okay, that's fascinating.
So that's why the first one and the second one are completely different movies, right? The tone is different. The second one is more of a like you said, it's mystical forces.
The
right?
second one's supernatural. And that's why I
Supernatural,
didn't
yeah.
think you were going to take the
Yeah.
second as number one.
I
was like,
Yeah.
I thought there was a chance you could see past that
Yeah.
because it's so much more fun.
I think luckily because I knew about that beforehand, if I had gone into it thinking that it was going to be a legitimate sequel to the first, I think I would have been like, what the hell is
yeah,
this?
you would
right?
have some pushback.
Because I knew, interestingly enough, I knew more about part 2 than I did about the original. I'd seen more clips of it. I knew what I was walking into. I knew that this was going to be an entry that was definitely more fun than the first. And I didn't know at the time that they really had no connection, like production connection. But that just makes sense once I realized that. Once I read about that, I'm like, okay, that's obvious.
They're
right?
so much more different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the turning point for the franchise.
It is.
Is the franchise. So people that like this franchise typically prefer one or the other.
This is the sleepaway camp debate, right?
Big time.
Yeah.
So, spoiler a little bit. 2 and 3 go for this route, the supernatural. The other ones actually steer more towards the first
They
one,
do
which
bring
is
it back.
interesting. Yeah. So, if you prefer more the standard slasher fare, you have that in this franchise. But if you want some supernatural zaniness, You have
You've got
those
that too.
entries. So you can really go either way.
Yep.
And these are the franchises that I love the most that just take chances and do things.
Yeah, don't
So much more
watch
interesting.
these expecting them to really have anything to do with one another.
No, watch
They're
them
just
each as
cool
standalone entries.
individual entries
that
that just
have-
happen to be all under the prom night banner.
It just makes me wonder, like, what could have been a Halloween if they just kept it as an anthology
Yeah.
and just we kept getting. I know you didn't like 3, but like, what could have been from
Yeah.
4 and 5? And it's like, we'll never know now,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But so yeah, let's get into the new direction. The biggest new thing is we've got a new antagonist, Mary Lou Maloney.
I've had sinful relations with boys at my school. Many boys. Many times.
My child, these are great sins. You must prepare yourself for the consequences.
Father, there is one more thing.
What is it, my poor child?
I loved every minute of it.
Mary Lou in this film is played by actress Lisa Scrange. Sorry, I can't. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's spelled very spelled very strange. Lisa Scrange. She's the actress who plays Mary Lou. I don't really know her in anything else.
No, I
I just
didn't
want to give her
recognize her.
credit
Yep.
for this. She only plays her in this entry, so
Yeah.
a bit of a spoiler there as well. But we're going full on supernatural here. Fuck all the ski masked killer, creepy phone calls, and heavy breathing stalker bullshit from part 1 and bring on the poltergeist prom queen, Mary Lou.
Yep.
This is fucking awesome. I love this. We got new lore. So the way they explain this is that Mary Lou, they actually do like a flashback sequence, which I thought was great. Like we're going back to the 50s. Like this just reinvents the whole thing. Like knowing that it was a different movie and they just made it a prom night movie, even if this were intended to be a prom night movie, it works as well because it just reboots everything.
Yep.
They're like, no, we got new lore. It's like, go back to the 50s and we've got Mary Lou getting accidentally burned alive. So we have like, she becomes like a vengeful poltergeist.
Yeah.
That is fucking awesome.
That just kind of exists at the school.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
just kind of cool.
And then Vicky like opens the vault. She opens the trunk 30 years later, and then the spirit is released. And when they do that, did you catch the frame picture?
Yes.
In the principal's office cracks.
The glass cracks right at her face, right there.
Excellent attention to detail, but it just reemphasizes we're going very supernatural here. I'm not the first person to make this comparison. Everybody makes this comparison. Mary Lou is very similar to Freddy Krueger.
I was going to say, this is, if the first prom night was Halloween and Carrie, this one's Nightmare on Elm Street.
This one's Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah. We've got a character that was burned alive in an accident and is now coming back to seek revenge in a spirit body. And the way she does this is with full-on Nightmare on Elm Street nightmare sequences.
Yeah, special powers that,
This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I am all in on this. Obviously, I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. It's my favorite horror franchise of all time. These nightmare sequences are fucking awesome. The first time you watch this movie, it's like, what? We're going this far? Like, there's a warped cafeteria.
Yep.
They do a warped version of gym class. And like every single one of these, like you could take those shots and you could say those, like you could think those were out of an Elm Street movie for sure.
If you didn't know,
you would think Freddy's the one creating these dream
was there
sequences.
the one where Vicky, it's the volleyball net, but it turns into like a spider's web, and
I believe
she gets caught in
Yeah,
it.
I think that's that one. Yeah, I think that's the gym class
Yeah.
one. Yeah. My favorite of these is the bedroom where her rocking horse comes to life.
That thing is the creepiest looking thing
Holy
I've ever seen.
fuck! But that just seems like that is like the human face dogs in part 2 of Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like that is the warped shit that would be in an Elm Street movie.
Leave me alone!
So she has this rocking horse in her bedroom, and it turns into this warped animatronic with like red eyes and like a tongue that comes out. And it's just so fucking like haunting.
The tongue very much like Nightmare on Elm Street where she's got the phone, right?
Yeah. Excellent. There's some great practical effects in this movie. Like that's a good example, but some really good, this is 87. We're firing on all cylinders now. This is primo golden age horror, especially for practical effects. One of the coolest effects I thought was Vicky gets sucked into the dream world through the chalkboard in the classroom. And the way they did this effect, I thought was really clever. They shoot it in a way that the chalkboard, like, that's a physical prop, but then inside that, like, they probably shot it from above, I'm guessing. And it's got, like, it's a water pool. It's like a whirlpool.
Yeah.
And the way they film it, it looks like Vicky goes into the chalkboard and then the whirlpool like sucks her in. So you got this really cool water effect. Just clever, creative, very creative.
I wish that they didn't have the writing, like the letters on the chalkboard swirling, because that looks super fake and kind of
didn't look
degraded.
as
But the
water effect I thought looked very convincing.
Yeah, the chalkboard into the water effect was really good.
That was very well done. Yeah. A little connection to part one, the tiniest bit. Again, obviously this wasn't intentional, but the accident at the beginning, Mary Lou is not meant to die. That was just an accident. Very much like young Robin in part one. It's an accidental death.
Unintended consequences of something that,
And then what do you have? Just like in part one, we've got the guilty teenagers that are living with regret. You've got Bill and Bud Cooper, who are now living with that. It's just a little connection to the first
I thought
one.
it was strange that he comes back as the principal for, I mean, I guess he didn't get, I guess he wasn't blamed for this in any way, shape, or form.
I do find it hilarious that there was no investigation whatsoever. They're just like, well, shit happens.
Girls catch fire all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, sure. Spontaneous combustion. I've heard of that. No, you're right. There's no investigation whatsoever.
And then,
it's just...
I mean, why would you go back to the school where probably your most painful moment of your life happened?
I got the sense that he was trying to, like, make up for what he did. Like, because he's very straight in this movie. Like, he's very straight-laced. Michael Ironside's playing it extremely straight. And he's very young in this movie, too. It's funny seeing he's kind of got like a little bit of a baby face.
Funny, though, but this comes after Top Gun. So, like, he was at the highest of heights in Top Gun, and then, Prom Night 2. So
it's got a decent budget. Prom Night 2's got a decent budget. I think Prom Night 2 is one of Tarantino's favorite horror films of all time. That's how I knew about it, is I'm pretty sure he's one of the people that
big supporter of this,
that hypes up this movie. That's how it came onto my radar. Mark, what do you got? I got all kinds of things I want to talk about here.
You touched a little bit on the effects. The effects for some of the kills are incredible as well. One of the most, I would say, most notable kills in slasher history, the locker kill.
Yep, I've got it on my list.
Yeah,
okay. That kill is fucking awesome. Yeah, how does that kill go, Mark?
So there's she's Vicky, who's the possessed character with our what's her name?
Mary
Lou. Has possessed her, right? So she's going around killing people. One of her friends is trying to evade being killed in the girls' locker room, so she hides in one of the lockers, and Mary Lou just uses her powers to smash the lockers together and
like her guts go out.
It's not the greatest effect, but it's pretty
her
impressive.
Like guts, which are now look like ground beef, pour out of the front of the locker.
The slats of the
A wop bobbaloo bop, a wop bam.
Credit to the actress for Vicky. She did that scene fully nude. Full frontal nudity, bush and all. In that, it is. It's full frontal. Because it's in the change room. Because it's her coming out of the shower.
And it's not like just a quick clip either. Like they show her sort of walking through the, which has to be a difficult thing to do in the movie making world. So yeah, but that kill was incredible. There's also a scene towards the end where Mary Lou comes out of Vicky. I'm sure you're going to show the actual clip, but it's one of the coolest effects I think I've ever seen.
There's some really crazy good practical effects in the final sequence. Yeah, there's some wild shit. Like all of the when Mary Lou's spirit becomes like corporeal. Yeah, like those shots were, and it was the way they do it is really cool too. Well, let's save that because that gets into the ending because I do want to talk about the ending. The ending has all kinds of stuff. I want to talk about the tone change. So. We got Supernatural. They're obviously shifting here. It's not as serious. This movie is fun.
No, yeah, exactly.
This movie is actually a really good balance of serious but fun at the same time. The next entry goes even harder into the campiness. Yep. This one rides the line. So this one's kind of the perfect middle between 1 and 3.
It's definitely got that sort of MTV feel that some of the later Nightmare on Elm Streets had, where it was trying to be funny in parts, but still trying to maintain a not serious.
This one feels a little bit more like Elm Street 3 or 4. Yep. Like it's kind of just more in that transitional, right? Yep. It's not as serious as Elm Street 2 or 1. And but it's not as campy as 5 or 6.
And that's why it won out over the original for me, because at the end of the day, it was a fun watch.
And it's still a lot more serious, right? It's a little more grounded. Yep. There's some fun dialogue in this. I like Monica's friend this very early on. She's like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, I just can't seem to get a date. Guys don't want to approach me. And there's some nice, mild-mannered guys like, hey, Monica, I was thinking maybe we could go out. And her reaction
you got a date for the prom?
Yeah, get lost, asshole.
I'm 18, and I'm stunningly good looking. Prom's like a week away, and I don't have a date.
Excuse me, Monica. Could I speak to you after school?
Get lost, asshole. So why don't guys ask me out?
Yeah, so I don't understand why. And I think you actually see Vicky roll her eyes a little bit. She's like just a little.
Just immediately get lost, asshole. What?
Yeah.
It's pretty harsh. This nice guy trying to ask you out. Probably, and this is going to be controversial to talk about. I want to talk about the Kelly and Josh interaction. You're going to know where I'm going with this in a second. So Kelly is the queen bitch of the school, and she wants to win. She wants to be prom queen no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got you.
Josh is not really friends with any of the main cast. He's just kind of the nerdy
school nerd. He is our recurring.
It's what's Brock Simpson, I think his name.
Yep.
So Josh, he is in charge. He's the computer whiz at the school. So he's in charge of collecting and tallying the results for the voting.
So it was a vote,
for prom king and queen. And it's done on a computer system, which he could tamper with if he wanted to. So Kelly goes to Josh to try to bribe him to fix the election.
She wants to win.
Yeah. And this is where it's this is pretty dark. Do you remember what he asks of her? He wants her to do something very specific.
Yeah.
He asks for a blowjob, which she does, which is holy shit. But then she blows him. It's off camera. They don't show it, but it's that's fucking dark as shit. He blackmails her into blowing him. And then she goes back after that. Which is a great little joke. She goes back to her date, because this is happening actually on prom night. She goes back to her date, and do you remember what her date says?
Well, she has Banaka, mint spray, and he goes in for a kiss, and he's like, hey, do you have more of that gum? Your breath tastes great, or something like that. And
no. It's right after she blows Josh. Her date goes, your breath smells great.
Where have you been?
I don't want to dance.
Hey, got any more of those mints? Breath smells great.
Yeah. This is so this whole little this scene is one of a few really uncomfortable moments in the movie, which kind of stand out because the tone of this movie in general is very fun.
This is a little mean-spirited.
This one was kind of like
It's
there's a couple of
wait,
these.
I'm not done with this.
Okay, go ahead.
So then Josh, he does what he completes his end of the bargain. He changes it, but then somehow Mary Lou's spirit is able to possess the fucking computer and then electrifies Josh in actually a pretty cool effect.
Yeah.
It like shocks his head, his face explodes or something. It like burns him up. And then then they reveal that Vicky's the one Vicky wins, not Kelly. So Kelly was the one who blew Josh. Vicky ends up winning because Mary Lou's spirit changes the computer back, and then Kelly is all defeated. And then did you catch? There's a guy in the background who's like, "Hey Kelly, how'd you blow it?"
Hey Kelly, how'd you blow it?
Yeah.
I love this scene, but I can understand why people have problems with it. I get it.
And the look on her face is very. It's not a joke, right? Because she
just
realizes
had to fillet a boy.
I've made a really big mistake, and I'm regretting this instantly, and the fact that I didn't even win still, right? Like she thinks that he just didn't make the change, when in actuality he was fully intending to make the change, but either.
She thinks he just ripped her off.
Yeah, he was killed before he could save
she
it
thinks
or whatever.
that she just blew a guy who basically took advantage of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie, I was going to say...
Hey, you know what they say? Anything to get ahead.
Oh. The comments and opinions of Justin Ashley do not reflect those of Slash Cinema. But there's a couple moments in this movie where they really... shift away from the sort of fun tone that the movie overall has, right? This is one of them, right? Where she's a teenager.
It's really dark.
Yeah, like all of a sudden, it's like, oh, this is...
I hate to say it, that makes me love the movie more because it's just like, it's of the era of like crossing lines and shit. And it's like, but God damn, this is dark.
But there's a sense that it's not like she's having fun with it and it's okay to sort of cheer this on.
No.
She immediately regrets it.
No, this isn't Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah. Like she's,
ooh, are all nerds this good? No, it's not that. It's like the stark realism of like, oh, I have to live with this trauma for a while.
Yeah. There's another scene earlier in the movie. Jess, she's one of the friends who, she's the one that gets strangled and tossed out the window.
Oh, you want to get into the pregnancy thing?
No. I didn't even catch that.
You know what I'm talking
about? No.
So early in the movie, she's depressed and she's one of Vicky's friends and she goes to Vicky and it turns out she was pregnant.
Oh, is that why? I thought
she was pregnant, so she was suicidal.
Yeah.
But because she didn't know what to do with the pregnancy, and that's why she was like depressed.
I thought she had just broken up with her boyfriend.
No, she's pregnant. There's a scene where Vicky goes to console her in the washroom, and I think she reveals it. So somehow it gets revealed. Yeah.
But it's
or I made that up. I don't know.
She's not a fun character, and she has some like real trauma, and you can kind of see it's almost like there's acting performances in moments in this movie that don't fit the tone of the movie, where suddenly people get really serious all of a sudden. And she was one of them, right? And I thought that her death was similar to the death of Taryn from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, where everyone thinks it's a suicide because of just how her mental state and how she's going through a lot of trauma. But she didn't actually kill herself, but everyone's going to think that she did. And it's just these moments that are sort of scattered throughout the movie where things take a real turn all of a sudden. They get incredibly serious. They talk about serious teenage concerns. And then they just kind of, on a dime, they flip back to Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night II again.
And then you've got, Josh directly referencing The Exorcist.
She looks like she's in a fashion coma.
She talks like we're in an Elvis Presley movie.
Hey, give her a break, guys, huh? I mean, she's only trying to be an individual.
I'm telling you guys, she's possessed.
Linda Blairsville.
Yeah. yeah. Right.
Like things like that. Yeah. No, I agree with you, but to me, I like it.
Yeah,
I like that it
I'm not saying
I like that
it's-
it rides the line between like dark realism and shit and like goofy camp. To me, that's
I'm not
like
saying
I think the tone
don't
balance
like
is
it.
perfect.
I think it's just this movie's going to take you on a ride.
It's also too not like the concept of a girl being so desperate to be prom queen that she would blow the nerdy guy. Like it's also so ridiculous that it's like, but it's not possible. But yeah, no, I like it. They got to give you a little. Here's the thing: these characters feel real.
I think that's it, right?
These characters don't feel like caricatures,
Yeah.
so it hits harder when they're talking about being.
Yeah, they're real characters in a movie that itself is kind of a caricature of high school life. So it's off-putting in an interesting way.
Every high school does have some vengeful spirit in it at some point. It's just to be clear.
Especially those Canadian ones that all look the same, right?
Well, because they have to insert.
That's right.
Yeah, they have like an object,
Right.
a cursed object, if you will.
That's right.
It's put somewhere in the school.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lamp. Sometimes it's a steamer trunk. Sometimes it's a cursed tiara, perhaps, or whatever. But maybe it's a flute, and maybe it's a pendant that helps you run faster and give you the killer edge. Something like that.
Until you run through the finish line, your head gets cut off.
Your head gets cut off. I want to talk about the protagonist for a second. So, Vicky, so in case you're wondering, like, why wasn't this my number 2? Or my number 1? This was my number 2. This is my biggest problem with it. I need more Mary Lou. This movie doesn't give you it. So the character we get the most screen time with is the least interesting in the whole cast. Vicky, what they're trying to do with Vicky is they're trying to give her she's the Nancy.
I was going to say she's kind of like your Lisa Wilcox.
No, I disagree.
Yeah?
No, she's nowhere near as interesting as Lisa Wilcox. She doesn't have any. They don't give her an arc.
Yeah.
Alice has an arc. Alice is coming out of her shell. Vicky at the beginning and Vicky at the end is pretty much the same Vicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Vicky.
I'll give you that.
Vicky is just bland, simple victim girl.
But they kind of needed that. She's just kind of the blank canvas for.
Right, but when she's all the screen time, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like literally everyone around her has so much more depth. Like Mary Lou is interesting. Her friend Monica is like spunky, has personality. Father Cooper, Bud Cooper. It's like he's living with trauma and shit. You could have had scenes with him. Bill, the principal, is interesting. Even Craig has a little bit more of like there's him and his father butt heads and like the only thing they try to give Vicky. So everyone, in my opinion, everyone around her is more interesting, has a little more depth. The only thing they try to give Vicky, which I don't think works that well because we've already seen this, is in fucking Carrie. Did you catch this? Her mother's extremely religious.
Yeah.
But they don't play on it.
That's why she doesn't want her to go to the prom. She doesn't want her to get a new dress.
But there's like 2 scenes of this.
Yeah.
There's like 2 scenes. That's it. It's like they don't do much with it. There's no resolution to that either.
Yeah.
So like there's no arc for Vicky. The actress is Wendy Lyon, who I don't know her from anything else. She's fine.
Yeah. She does a decent job.
She's
just
totally serviceable.
Yeah.
But this character is just, her whole character is young, blonde victim girl.
Yep. And I think they probably could have done more with her fighting back against Mary Lou, but I don't think they wanted to do that. They just kind of made her almost a willing participant in all this.
No, she's just victim girl that doesn't really, she can't really do much back. She kind of is like the helpless protagonist that things are happening to her, right?
Yeah.
You won't understand.
Why don't you try me, huh?
Look, I don't understand it myself, okay? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know what's real and what isn't anymore. It's like I'm not in control of myself.
She doesn't have agency. So what you get is Vicky slowly being possessed by Mary Lou. And it starts very early on when she visits the gravesite. And then you see her, like maybe the arc you're thinking of is the arc of her becoming Mary Lou, but that's not Vicky changing. That's just her being possessed by Mary Lou. Yeah. So that is essentially your Mary Lou in this movie is Vicky. So I'll give the actress credit in that she does a pretty good job of being an evil version of herself. Mm-hmm. That's something, I guess. Yep. So she starts hurting her friends and family around her, snapping at them and actually physically hurting them. And then this continues for a bit where you see her personality slowly shifting until she finally gets sucked into that nightmare realm. And then now her body's fully taken over by Mary Lou. And the most interesting this character is when she's not her, when she's Mary Lou inside Vicky's body. Yeah. Like she starts dressing like Mary Lou and like starts playing like old like 50s type bopper music. Like she's able to warp the radio.
Yeah. Which must have been fun for the actor, but
sure,
the actual character of Vicky,
But my problem is that's not Mary Lou. That's Mary Lou inside of Vicky, and Vicky is where's her name here? Wendy Lyon. So Wendy Lyon plays Mary Lou more than the actual Mary Lou actress Lisa Schrage. Schrage. That's a problem for me. That's a big problem. I don't get enough Mary Lou.
Yeah.
I want more. I want the Lisa Schrage at the beginning, like the opening shot with the priest, where she like winks at the priest and she's she's having a good time at the party. That's all amazing. That's pretty much all you get. The rest of them, she doesn't show up again to the ending.
Yeah, I can see why your favorite is your favorite.
Yeah, now you're starting to see what you know what's coming, and there's a good reason for it. She also delivers our trademark series line. She says at the beginning, it's not who you come with, it's who takes you home.
Yeah.
You came with me.
It's not who you come with, it's who takes you home. Scram!
Which again was just a
so wait, are you saying that was coincidence?
Yeah.
That was also
was included in both?
I don't believe that. That's too
look
weird.
It up.
No, I don't need to.
You can put it up here though if I'm right or wrong. I'm
going to put a question mark because it's open for debate.
Yeah.
It's alternative facts, Mark. Yeah. Alternative facts.
Someone with more energy, please go and research that for us.
Even if there are articles written with documentation and interviews
that says,
and
Justin,
behind
look at
the
this.
scenes, I'm going to ignore all of that because I don't believe that it is possible that two unrelated franchises, two unrelated films have the same formula around a prom night, have the same line, like word for word. It's too weird. And they're both filmed in Canada?
Yep.
No, there had to have been some connection there. I don't buy it. I'm probably wrong. Okay.
I don't care enough.
yeah. So no, I know exactly. I'm not going to push back. It's like, I'm probably wrong. It's too weird.
It is.
It's just like, you're telling me that wasn't planned?
If it is true that they weren't, then wow, what a coincidence.
Yeah. And a happy coincidence. Yeah. Because I don't know that you could make a franchise based on that first one.
No, not
without making it an anthology movie, which is when you're going to get entries like that second one, that third one, that fourth one, where they all kind of just do their own thing, right? So, Mark, what you got? I only got one more. The only thing I got left to talk about is the ending, and what a fucking ending.
Just a few little points. Louis Ferreira, he plays Craig. You'll know him from Saw movies, Dawn of the Dead remake and Breaking Bad.
He's got a very distinct face.
Yep.
He's got a man face on a teenager body.
That's right.
As soon as I saw his face, I went, I know you. He's in that famous scene where he gets him to say Heisenberg.
Yeah. What's my name?
Say my name.
Yeah.
You're Heisenberg. You were in Prom Night II.
That's right. That's the one. Say the movie.
Say my name. You're Mary Lou. Mary Lou Maloney. You're goddamn right I am. That would have been a better set.
That's right. No, I don't think I've got anything else. You want to go to the ending?
Yeah, let's go to the ending because what a fucking ending we get. So Principal Nordham, he shoots Vicky as she's being crowned prom queen. Now, keep in mind, Vicky is possessed by Mary Lou at this point, so it's essentially Mary Lou. And then that somehow triggers Mary Lou's body to emerge as a corpse out of Vicky. And it's this really cool transformation effect where she like sheds Vicky like a skin.
She kind of comes out of her, and then
it reminds me of Elm Street 2,
Yep.
where Freddy sheds Jesse's body.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool effect. And then she's like a living corpse, and then the entire gymnasium erupts into pandemonium. And then as they keep cutting back to Mary Lou, she's slowly healing.
Yeah.
So-
They obviously didn't have the budget to be able to do a full transition, but what they would do is they would cut away,
And they cut back.
and then she would have progressed a little bit more
And she
each time.
slowly is like healing herself back to the Mary Lou image from the 50s.
Yep.
So like when she died, right? Like her normal look. And this sequence is ripped straight out of Carrie.
Yep.
They literally just copy Carrie, but it fucking is awesome.
It does work.
Yeah. So then Mary Lou uses her powers to seal the gymnasium and then just starts exploding the neon lights and stabbing people with the light tubes. And it's fucking just, it's awesome. What a spectacle of practical effects and production value and extras. Like it all comes together.
Yeah.
It comes together in this phenomenal sequence. And then she's about to, so that's how she kind of deals with like all of the kids in attendance. And then she turns her attention to Craig. And she's about to, she chases, how this plays out is like they leave the gymnasium and she chases Craig out and then they end up in the prop room. I keep calling it the prom room. Might as well be. Yeah, the prop room. There's a really cool shot. It's a shot that I've never seen in another movie. I'm sure it's been done before, but Craig is running from Mary Lou.
Okay.
And he gets into the prop room and he closes the door. And he looks up because the prop room is like down a set of stairs. So there's an entrance that you can see in the background looking up that's like lit. And he's looking through the closed door and he can see Mary Lou's body walks into the background. It's silhouetted, but then her face jump scares in the foreground right in front of him outside the door. What a cool effect. That is a Nightmare on Elm Street effect. That is a thing Freddy Krueger would do.
Yep.
Is like somehow duplicate his body like that, or like maybe project something where he's like altering what you're seeing.
It's the kind of thing that really vaults this movie to number one.
It's the type of thing that vaults this movie above the original, for sure. These kind of creativity things. So then she obviously breaks in, and then she's chasing Craig, and then she's about to send Craig to I'm just going to call it the spirit realm.
Yeah.
We get more of an explanation of that in the next entry, but she's about to like send him away, and then Bill, Principal Norham, shows up, and he offers her the prom queen tiara.
The original crown, yep.
The original crown, which she was originally meant to have before tragically burning to death. And then that appeases Mary Lou's spirit, and she releases Vicky's body, which is kind of a convenient way for like, Vicky's just like completely back to normal. I think she might have been covered in like ecto goo or something.
And her entire chest was completely exploded.
Right, yeah, but whatever.
Details.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we just bring her back. And like she comes out of the trunk, I think, too.
Yep.
Yeah, she's back to normal, sure. And then we get an amazing fake out ending. This is probably my favorite stinger. Nah, maybe not. It's one of the best stingers in the franchise, though. So we get this awesome fake out ending where Mary Lou has now possessed Principal Nordham, and Craig and Vicky get into the car, and you think it's all over.
He's going to drive them
police
home.
arrive.
Everybody's
We finally
good. Yep.
escaped the madness. But then Mary Lou reveals herself to Craig and Vicky, who begin screaming in the car as the doors lock and they drive off. And a beautiful little detail. Did you catch what the license plate?
I did.
What does the license plate say?
Mary Lou 2.
Mary Lou 2. Fucking perfect.
It's an absolute ripoff of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's an absolute ripoff of Elm Street. Yeah, sure. But it works.
Yeah.
It works great. I love it. I love that ending. Yeah, I like that. I love the little fake out.
Yep.
Because I was like, is that enough to appease her? I'm like,
Yep.
just that she got the tiara. I'm like, I thought that was. I would have been disappointed if it kind of just resolved.
Just,
I
they rode off into the
wanted a
sunset.
little bit more. Yeah. No.
For the type of movie you're watching, you would expect something to be there, and there was.
Yeah. So, anything else you'd like to say about Prom Night 2? Hello, Mary Lou.
Yeah. It's just fun. Like, you got to watch this one. This is the one that when I'm watching it, I was like, oh man, I wish I'd watched this with Justin.
You did, buddy. We watched it together right now. We relived it together.
If the first one is still the one that kind of gets put away in the museum, but it doesn't.
I don't know that I agree. I don't know that I agree, because I don't know that that's the best representation, like first one of the franchise, because this franchise is about to get very supernatural in the next couple. So
it is a tough
man.
debate. I think it's a tougher debate than any of the other franchises we've probably had, where some of those you really got to figure out, like, what is Prom Night to you? Just like Sleepaway Camp. What is Sleepaway Camp to you? And
Prom Night to me, and obviously Prom Night to you, is more supernatural. I
mean, number 2 is my favorite, but the first one still is the sort of the classic pick.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting debate.
Yep. Watch it. It's really good.